Hey, welcome in, everyone. Welcome to
everybody.
another episode of
What is it? King of Food.
Come on, get with it.
I'm not with it.
We have a couple. I'm going to stop trying to do 3. Last week, I really thought we could do 3.
Yep.
And that was derailed, and we even went over.
Yeah.
So we're going to stick to the 2. We have 2, I think, different ones this week.
Yep.
And we have a special panel again. I think you all know them by now. Who's going to know? They'll help us rate it. So, how do I do this?
There you go.
Here's the panel. I'll just bring them all on at the same time. So we have Walt and Melissa from Mouse Talk. How you guys doing? Thanks for joining us. We have Tina from T. Marie's Place. Hey, Tina.
Hey, guys.
And then we have Jeff and Angela of This Our Dream. Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hi, everybody.
Can I say something before we start?
Sure.
That music in your intro, we heard that at Magic Kingdom the other day.
What is it?
Isn't that weird?
That threw us off.
Yeah, because that's Epcot. It's from one of the CDs that I have. But that's weird that they're playing that at Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
We have another guest, Charlie from the Disney Nerd Herders.
He's trying to figure himself out there.
Charlie's going to tell us scary stories in the dark.
Stories in the dark with Charlie. I love the setup.
How you doing, guys?
Right. So why don't we get to the chat, Samara, to see who we have?
All right. We got
We have Sandy Norris.
Welcome in.
Welcome in, Sandy.
Catherine Wilby.
Hey, Catherine.
We got
Thanks for joining us tonight.
the wonderful James Ryan.
James must have enjoyed. I don't know if you're still in New York, but if you're not, I'm sure you had wonderful weather up north from us.
Yep.
Finally hit 70s.
Big Disney fan Keith. Welcome in.
Hey, Keith. Thanks for joining in.
Karen Cook. Welcome in, Karen.
Hey, Karen. How's it going?
Rob Fuzz. Love
Yep,
the Epcot shirt. Who
yeah.
has the Epcot shirt on?
Someone has an Epcot shirt on?
In the intro. From the intro.
In the intro.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I got
Well,
Kids the World. He
at
has
least
Black
this-
Spire.
At least this week, Rob, you did spell shirt correctly,
Yes.
unlike last week.
Here we go.
Stacy Rogers.
Welcome in. It's Nick, Movie Mania Nick.
Hey, Nick. How's it going? Thanks for joining us.
And I think that's it for now, I think.
And as people come in, I will welcome them in.
Yep.
And one other thing I want to show is what the standings are so far. We've done 8 restaurants.
Where's the coral reef?
So this is where we are right now.
Oh,
Coral Reef is 3rd right now.
wow.
Atmosphere.
This looks like the old one.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Huh.
Yeah, because Coral Reef got knocked down, didn't it? Oh, no, maybe it still was.
No, Coral Reef is still 3rd. Chef Mickey's is missing, but Chef Mickey's, I'll have to update this. I thought I did this earlier, and that's what I get for not double checking. But Chef Mickey's fell in between Olivia's and Be Our Guest. And Coral Reef is still 3rd, and I think Rose and Crown Pub was 4th.
Okay.
But that's where we are. California Grill we're still saying is the best restaurant so far. But I still think that there's some good ones coming up that could knock that off. All right. Still trying to get used to this. All right. We also have Amy from AGC Magic just joining us. Hey, Amy, thanks for stopping in. So I think today we were going to talk about 50s primetime and Via Napoli.
Via Napoli.
Via Napoli.
Two different countries, dude.
He says everything different. He said, Filene's the store. He would call it Vilene's.
Yeah, I think Nepal is in India. And Napoli is
Whatever.
Italy.
They pulled.
What is? Because I watch a lot of movies. I don't know.
That's quite all right. We knew
He
it.
says
We
Ron
love it.
He lives with it. So
Yes.
I know what he's talking about.
Via Napoli and 50s prime time.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with 50s prime time? So if you don't know, that's located in Hollywood Studios. And it's right in between Hollywood and Vine and the Indiana Jones stunt show. I think everyone here has eaten there at least once.
Yeah.
So why don't we start with Walt and Melissa? What's your initial thoughts of 50s prime time?
You go.
No, you go ahead. It's we've only eaten there once, and the experience we had was good. I mean, we enjoyed the food. We got somewhat of the atmosphere. I guess we'll go down our list in a minute for each one. We didn't dislike it. We were there with the boys, and Walter and his girlfriend were there, and Mason was there. We enjoyed it. I think so.
Yeah, we didn't hate it. I didn't love it. We only got a partial experience of the atmosphere because they really aren't doing the whole, because it's during COVID, so they weren't doing the elbows off the table and the color hand soap was when you went to use the bathroom, and that the fun stuff wasn't really there. Our server was nice. Nothing really stood out to me as being like, oh wow, this is amazing. I did have the peanut butter and jelly milkshake though. And that was pretty good. That I liked.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Got the pot roast, or at least I got the pot roast. It was good. It's not like it's the best food ever, but it wasn't the worst food
I think I had
ever
the chicken.
either.
Or
Well, you
maybe I
got the
think
fried
it,
chicken?
maybe I don't remember.
I know.
Yeah,
Obviously, it didn't stand
Yeah,
out.
it
We
didn't
can't
stand
even
out that
really
much, 'cause I
remember
don't
what we
remember.
ate.
But
Now, did either of you
It was
guys get yelled at for having like elbows
No,
on
they
the
just said
table?
they
We
no.
didn't have any of that. So I think that takes away. I think that's supposed to be part of the whole
yeah,
experience.
they weren't doing all that. The woman was somewhat.
Did
She
we
kind
go?
of got into it. But
I
that's
thought
kind
we did. Oh no.
Yeah, because I thought we ate there this past August. Oh no, maybe
No, it was
maybe
December.
maybe
It
it
was
was
New
the
Year's Eve.
previous
It was the
December.
previous.
That's where I'm getting confused.
Yeah.
yeah, Amy's right. They didn't quite give you the full effect.
No.
Yeah.
Which I guess I don't really understand. I know a lot of places are not doing those things right now, but how does, I guess maybe I need a better understanding of what COVID has to do with them not doing their routine. I don't get it. What am I
Maybe
missing?
it's a lot of extra talking that they don't need to be doing. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe that's it. Because otherwise I can't seem to figure it out. I'm like,
Right.
you're paying for an experience no matter what, if that's one of the reasons
Right.
you're going. I don't
Right.
understand. And especially because most of them are wearing masks and the face guards and everything else. So it's not,
Mhm.
I
Right.
don't really understand the logic behind it.
Yeah.
Not like they brought the prices down.
No.
I mean, it could also be that they're just trying to shuttle people in really fast. I mean, that's
Probably.
Because they can't put it
Yeah.
in time. So it's time consuming to do an act, I guess.
True.
They want you in and out.
Part of it too. That makes sense.
What about you guys, Jeff and Angela? What do you guys think?
I'll tell you what. So I would give it a different rating pre-C and post-C because we've been the boat. We were probably 4 or 5 times before the big C,
Mhm.
and we've only been one time after. And the one time after was just weird. It was just they didn't do the whole spiel. The whole living room set by the bar is gone.
Yeah.
Our waiter was from Victoria and Albert's, so he was kind of like stiff and stuffy. That probably wasn't. I probably shouldn't have said that. I hope he's not watching.
No, he was. I mean, he was just.
He could have been a little more fun, but he was. He served us like we were at Victoria and Albert's.
Well, he said, I'm used to another environment,
Yeah.
and he said, I'm here. I'm glad they found something for me.
Yeah.
So, and the food I thought wasn't as good as I remember. So
Well-
I don't know if we're just getting spoiled because we've been at other places, but the food seemed so good and we were so excited. And then we went, and we were kind of like, wah, wah.
Well, pre-C, it was really good. Now, it seemed like they went back to the buffet over at Mickey's, the next door.
Hollywood and Vine.
Hollywood and Vine. It seemed like they went next door, got the food off the buffet, and put it on the plate. To me, that's what they said. The chicken. I mean, the chicken was not really as big as I remember it. I mean, we got like a drumstick was like as big as my thumb,
Yeah.
and it was just a weird experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just weird.
It was the Cornish game menu.
It was.
I don't even
Yeah.
think it was that big. It was more like a
Yeah.
a cardinal or
Yeah. We have. Oh, geez. That's disturbing.
I mean,
I want to welcome
we
you.
were with.
Hi,
I
Suzanne.
said, Dan.
She's just in time.
Well, we were there with some fun people, so it made it fun.
Yeah.
Now, did you experience? So pre-C, what did you think of? Get your elbows off the table. Put that phone down. What did you?
I
I
look
thought
forward
it
to
was
getting
funny.
yelled
I
at.
thought it was funny.
I look
I mean,
forward to
yeah,
getting
the
yelled
kids, we took the
Put
kids.
your walkie-talkies away. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go back I wouldn't go back till it's back to being normal.
Yeah.
Now that I know what it's like.
Yeah.
I love the place.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it so much.
And I feel like the whole food thing, it's hard to say if it's just that we've been having better food and it's just not as good as we remember.
The chicken was bigger,
they
though.
took the chicken pot pie off the menu,
Yeah.
and Zach was
Mhm.
super disappointed
Yeah.
because he was looking forward to that chicken pot pie. And then he's like, oh, they took it off the menu. So what did he order? Fried chicken. And we've had Olivia's, we've had Homecoming. And when you have that, it's kind of like, so anyway, that was our experience. So
I'm gonna rate it
we're not rating yet. Oh,
C.
okay. Yeah.
when I do, because I'm not gonna let one bad experience ruin my
Rating. Yeah.
feelings.
All right. So Charlie, I know you guys have eaten there multiple times, correct? I think
That is our place to go in Hollywood Studios, just because we have trouble with finding places that we can all eat, especially with the fast food choices in that park. So we go to the 50s prime time practically every time we're in that park. We had great experiences. We go there. We've been there probably 20 times.
Wow.
Since it opened. We've had great experiences pretty much, before last March, the waiters and waitresses, they feed off of what you give them. If you're giving them the sense that you want to be left alone, they'll leave you alone more.
Mhm.
If you are really into it with the elbows off the table and this and that, eat all your vegetables and stuff, they will ham it up for you. So, especially with, it's one of our favorite places because of how they interact with Avery and how Avery just laughs his butt off when he's in that situation. We haven't had a waiter or waitress yet who hasn't been absolutely awesome with Avery. They know what he's about, within 2 seconds, So, and they treat him so well. So that's another reason why we tend to love that place. But we usually get, in regards to the food, we usually get like the sample plate, and the chicken's always been great. Sophie loves the chicken there. The fried chicken, we've been there. We went there even last August, during Thanksgiving and Christmas. And yes, they've toned it down a bit, but the guy was still interacting with us and still interacting with Avery, not to the nines, but he was definitely interacting. And again, Avery was still laughing his butt off. We were with Auntie Laura and Uncle Jamie. You guys all know Auntie Laura, and they were just having a really fun time. And for the atmosphere, I still love it, and we love the TVs. We love the shows that they have on TV, all that old 50s Disney Mickey Mouse Club stuff, and the kid with the egg races where the egg is actually plastic and you actually see it bounce off the ground once if you're paying attention. It's funny. But we love that type of old black and white TV sitcom 50s stuff. So we really like the atmosphere. We go there every time we're in that park pretty much. So for what it's worth. It's big on our list.
Yeah. Anyway, welcoming Chris of Dad Builds. Thanks for stopping in, Chris.
All right.
All right. And Tina, I know this is one of the places you've tried, right?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
You've been Coral Reef, right?
What?
Better than coral reef?
It's no coral reef.
It's a close second. Close second.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she said something else.
I wouldn't blame her if she did say that. Poor Tina.
Melissa heard it.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the replay and see if I can catch it now. Oh gosh.
That was close second. Close second.
Close second. Yes,
I heard
not
something
whatever.
totally different.
See, we understood her because we're from, we're all from the same, so that's how we understand. You guys might have heard something different. We heard what she said, the right thing.
Yeah. Thank you. So yes, I've been pre-COVID. We go every time that we go, which has only been twice now together as a family. But I absolutely, I love it. It's, like I said, it's close second. And the atmosphere, even the food, I think is, it's diner food, but it's really good diner food. For me, I really, really enjoy it. So, yeah.
All right. We've been there twice. And the first time we went, it was just, I think it was just you and I went there the first
I think
time.
it was with your father.
Yeah, but it's pre-kids.
Yeah, pre-kids,
Kids.
before we had kids.
And I did not like it.
He doesn't like people telling him not to.
Yeah, like I didn't like somebody.
Making eat green beans.
I was
and
like
stuff
late
like that.
20s going there, and who's this? Because I didn't understand the concept, and having someone yelling at me for my elbows being on the table. And I remember you didn't like it because you didn't eat green beans at the time or something.
Yeah, I didn't like green beans, and they kept making me eat the green beans. But now they're my favorite vegetable after that. I'm like, no, I like green beans.
So,
oh my gosh, that's funny.
So we did that probably back in 98, 99-ish.
Yeah.
And we just didn't like it. We just didn't like that type of atmosphere at that time. But we tried it again the December before COVID, right?
Yeah. New Year's Eve, it was New Year's Eve.
Oh, New Year's Eve?
I think it was New Year's
Oh, yeah,
Eve.
it was New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't do too much stuff, though, really. A little bit.
A little bit. It was fun to see the kids getting yelled at for getting that, having their elbows on the table because they didn't know what to expect. And so me not having us being the person, the people get yelled at, seeing them. I thought that was nice. And then the best part was was it Ronnie?
No, it was Madison.
Madison.
She didn't eat a green bean.
She didn't eat her green beans. She does not like green beans. So, the waitress takes it. She goes in the back. We had the dessert menu.
Yep.
And then after we ordered the dessert, she immediately comes back with the green beans with whipped cream all on it. And said,
oh.
You didn't eat your green beans. You're having this for dessert. Just like, what?
Yeah. So
That's funny.
So I enjoyed that now.
Yeah.
That I guess now that I understand what the concept is and just seeing how the kids actually get a chuckle out of it.
Yeah.
They really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I thought the food, the
You
food
get
was
the pot
decent.
pie, right?
I get the chicken pot pie because I can't find that on property, and that's one of the things I really like.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, it's as good as a chicken pot pie could be, but it was big, it filled me up. I enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
I think
I got the meatloaf.
Mm.
Because
The
I'm
meatloaf is good.
not a big fried chicken fan, but I got the meatloaf and I thought it was good.
yeah.
But I think if I go again, I'd like to get the sampler so I could try everything, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, that's how we usually get the sampler.
Yeah,
we like the
we do
meatloaf, we like the chicken, and we like the pot roast is once in a while you'll get a really fatty piece though, but generally we really like it.
Yeah, and I think it's different that you can't get that type of food anywhere else on Disney property. At least I haven't been able to find. So to me, it's kind of a break.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a homemade meal. It's kind of like homecoming a little bit, but but in the park. You know what I
It's
mean?
not close to
No,
homecoming.
not for the food wise, but it's like a homey atmosphere.
Yes, the home
Like a home cooked meal.
style. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like a, park food, basically.
Right.
When you're looking for something that sticks to your ribs, that's you're sick of the burgers and everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead?
Comfort food. Thank you, Amy.
Comfort food.
That's it.
That's it.
So why don't we go ahead and we can start rating it, and we can start with Walt and Melissa. You want to start with atmosphere?
What'd you give it?
Well, I do like Charlie was saying, the TVs and the black and white. That's what makes that for me. We didn't get to experience the fun part of the atmosphere, but I do like the setup. So maybe a 7? Do you think that's too high?
No, 7's
I'd
good.
say a 7. So we can experience it again full force. So
All right. And what about price?
Value.
No. Oh.
You did
Oh.
same type of.
Let's do value. Yeah.
presentation. There you go.
So what do you guys think of the value? Sorry.
I don't even really remember. I don't think it was anything horrible, but
I'm looking at the menu now. It looks like everything's like $21, $24, $26.
Yeah.
that's
7.
fine.
7. All right. And what do you guys think of the presentation?
There's nothing super special about that.
6.
Yeah.
All right. And taste?
I enjoyed the food. I've only been there once, but I thought it was good the time we went, so I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, 7's fine.
All right. Jeff and Angela, you guys are up next.
Okay. Which one first?
Okay, so atmosphere, I would give it a 9. I really like the atmosphere.
Really?
This is pre-COVID.
Okay.
I would give it a 9 because I love that sitting, the waiting area where they have the old TV and they have the old, the 50s.
Yeah. And they yell to you. They yell your name.
Yeah.
And, then you come back and they're like, Auntie so-and-so, or, whoever's going to seat you, they're going to be your server. And yeah, it reminded me of WandaVision the last time we were in there because, that was like fresh in our minds.
Well, Dick Van Dyke Show was on too.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Got a little
so you give it a
Dennis the
9.
Menace.
Okay.
I'd give it a 9. I really like
Okay.
it inside.
All right. 9.
All the old Jello molds on the wall and spoons.
What about presentation?
Oh,
7.
presentations. Yeah, I'd give it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Value?
I think it's a pretty good value.
Yeah, maybe an 8.
I'd give it an 8 for value.
Yeah, we got the onion rings like an appetizer because we actually split the sampler, and we got the onion rings were good. I thought there were a lot too, of
Yeah, we
onion
love those too. They're really good.
The onion rings are really good.
Yes, the
Yeah.
onion rings are good. So yeah, I'd
And-
say an 8
And
for
then
the value.
the peanut butter and jelly milkshake. Gotta get that to finish up. Yeah, that's a good deal. Yeah, 8.
All right. And the taste?
Taste.
We're gonna
This
take out this last time.
Yeah.
I would say it was like an 8. We really liked it.
Yeah, it ain't no coral reef, so I'd give it.
But
What is?
and Zach, he loves that pot pie.
That
It was
pot
a disappointment they didn't have
It's
it this
very
last
good.
time. Yeah,
You can't find anything like that pot pie
on property.
on property anywhere.
Oh, they have a decent one at Columbia Harbor House, actually.
It's so much smaller though.
It is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, that thing was like humongous.
I would give it an 8.
Okay.
An 8.
All right.
Want to welcome in Surf Bum. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Before we go on to Charlie, have you guys ever ordered a shake from inside there? Because I believe there's a to-go area where you can get a shake, correct?
Yes.
You can order. They have strawberry, chocolate, vanilla, peanut butter and jelly.
So you can get the peanut butter and jelly from just walking up there?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about
You
walking
can.
up and ordering from the outside. We've
You
never
can.
done that.
You
Oh,
can,
you
go, you
can't
can go to the bar area.
now or before?
Well, you could before. You could go to the bar
Okay.
area.
Yeah, I
and
don't
get
know
a
if you
milkshake.
can anymore, but Yeah.
Okay.
Amy used to make the pot pies.
That's why we liked them so much, because Amy made them.
Oh,
All right. So you're up next, Charlie.
Yeah, I also used to love the pot pie. That was my go-to pot pie place for my pot pie fix in the parks. Again, that was in the early years. Like the first, 5 or 6 times I used to get the pot pie all the time, and then I moved on to pretty much the sample plate. I definitely love the atmosphere, like Jeff and Angela were saying. I love that 50s style. I love the old uh, classic look. I love the TV shows. The whole the silver chairs and the old the sparkly stuff on the seats and stuff. It's just definitely one of my favorite. It's definitely for atmosphere. It's definitely worth seeing and going. For that particular atmosphere, they do it really, really well. I gave the atmosphere a 9 for this one. Presentation of food, again, like everybody else, it's not like it has sparklers coming out of it or anything. It's just a 7. So 7. Taste, I really like the fried chicken a lot, and again, I pretty much like everything on the sampler plate. And the onion rings are really, really good as well. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 if I can.
Yep.
And then value, we've always found it a really good value because it's an indoor sit down restaurant that doesn't break the bank.
Right.
The 4 of us eat, and me and Stacy tend to share stuff, and Sophie, it's like the 3 of us will share 2 meals, so it's kind of like a cheaper thing. And then Avery gets he loves his milkshakes and stuff. So yeah, so I gave the value an 8 for the 50s.
All right. Tina. Start with atmosphere.
You're on mute, Tina.
I'm mute.
Tina's muted. There you go.
Thank you. So atmosphere, please don't crucify me. I'm going to give it a 10. It is my second. It's tied. Atmosphere, it's tied up there for me with Coral Reef.
Yeah.
I love the 50s. 50s and 80s are my favorite decades. And I just love the atmosphere of this restaurant. It just does it for me. So I give it a 10.
Okay. What about presentation?
Presentation, I agree with everyone else. I mean, it's not so fancy. It's just diner food on a plate. So I'd probably give it a 7.
And value.
Value, I would give it an 8. I think the prices are really good. I think the food is really good, and I think it's get what you
And lastly, taste.
Taste, I'm gonna give it an 8. It's diner food, but it's good diner food, so I would give it an 8.
All right. So Mirth, we're up next.
Okay.
What did you think of atmosphere?
I really like the atmosphere. I like the 50s. Didn't we see like the wallpaper that we had in this house when we moved there was like on that wall? It was
Yes,
like the
I
old
think so.
the wine bottles and grapes. That was on our kitchen wall when we moved in here. So I was like, that's our wallpaper from our house. But I just like the 50s look to it and the old TVs. So I would say, what'd you say?
What would you?
I don't know. I'd say 9.
9.
Or maybe an 8. What will you say? Tell me to say it, and then you can
No.
say it. That's what happens.
So you want to give it a 9?
I don't know. I like it. But atmosphere, or maybe an 8, yeah, because I don't know.
I mean, I was going to say 7 because it's not my favorite, and when I start comparing it to some of the other places
Yeah,
we ate
it's
at,
true. Yeah.
So why don't we say 7.5? We'll average the
All
two.
right. Sounds good.
Presentation.
I'd say 6. Right? Because it's just like, your mother cooked it and put it on a plate. It's not really, it's like
I mean, it's
it's not
not
fancy.
too far different than going to Chef Mickey's or any of the buffets there and just slapping food on, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it's not. It's food. Just don't make sure it's not touching.
Want to welcome in Jonathan.
That's where
Thanks
you
for
got
stopping
the.
in.
That's where you got the pot pie. Because it's one big thing. Nothing's touching it.
Okay.
It's
Well,
all touching.
In a pot pie?
Other
Yeah.
things touching it.
It's like a big pile of slop.
Wow.
Value. I think it's good value. So, what would you say?
And
I don't know. I'd say 8. I guess it's a good value.
okay, I can agree with that. In taste,
Taste. I'd say. I don't know. It's good, but I don't know.
I was just gonna say 7
Yeah,
for
that's what I
taste,
was
just
gonna
because I
say.
there's other places I'd rather eat at, and 50s
Yeah.
prime times not one that I think about going to often. If I'm at Hollywood Studios and I really want to eat there, I may choose that if I don't feel like doing like what is it, the Hollywood Derby?
Brown,
The Brown Derby.
Brown Derby.
So I would say 7 for taste. Yeah, just based on everything else.
James.
I'm gonna tally the scores up and leave the suspense for later.
Tina might be throwing it off again. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I like the meatloaf, but then like after you keep burping and you get that.
Well, true, it is.
That's the
Yeah.
best part.
Right?
Disgusting.
know,
It's the
they
gift
get
that keeps on
after.
giving all day long.
Yes. Yeah, like oh.
Oh, there's the meatloaf again.
No.
And he didn't say that about the Brussels sprout.
That's why I get the chicken pot pie. All right.
Especially if you have a mask on, it's gonna be even worse.
We want to move on to via Napoli.
Not via Nepal.
So this is at Epcot in the Italy pavilion.
Oh my word.
And Jeff,
Yeah.
Stacy put it better than I could say it.
Right. It's supposed to be all in
It
there
was
too.
put there all in the first place. It was all cooked together that way.
Yeah.
So touching is allowed there because it's part of that recipe.
Right.
That makes no sense at all.
Loopholes, Jeff. Loopholes.
Loopholes.
But as we talk about via Napoli, there is one thing I do like food touching. One particular dish that I will allow food touching to occur, and I will explain what that is when it's my turn. But
Oh.
Melissa, what
Suspense.
do you think of via Napoli?
We love Via Napoli. We love it. And are anxious to go back again soon. We were just looking at the menu the other day and we were in Epcot. We were really trying to see if they had an opening just for the heck of it on a whim. But we've eaten there quite a few times. What, 4? Maybe 4, at least 4 times, maybe 5. And everything we've had there we like a lot. And the food's just really, really good. It's a little crowded and a little loud, but hey, I think it's worth it because the food is so good. What are your thoughts?
Agreed. No, I agree.
When's your next Epcot reservation, Melissa? I'll look
Now
now.
here we go.
I don't think it's till the next weekend? Isn't that terrible? Yeah,
Okay.
it should be the 20th.
Have you got? So what do you guys have you? What types of pizza do you usually get when you go there? Or
We don't get too crazy because Walt and I he's the less adventurous eater, and we'll usually share. We might get a couple different things and share. So we might get one pasta dish and one pizza. So it's usually just pepperoni, nothing too crazy. I tried like one of the 4 cheese one, the 4 fromage quattro, I think it was called, which is basically a white pizza. And that I really liked. It's got like the garlic and the cheeses and the olive oil. I really enjoyed that. That was a couple trips ago. But to be honest, I really like a lot of their pasta. The last time I went, and I know Charlie will vouch for this, that they had a tortellini.
Tortellini was awesome. Yes.
Oh.
good. It had almost like an Alfredo style sauce, and it sounded weird because it had like prosciutto and fresh peas, but the combination together was so good. And I normally don't like peas, but I do like them when they're fresh, and you could tell they were very sweet. There wasn't a ton of them. It was just enough to give it that little pop of flavor. And it was just so rich and creamy, and the pasta was perfect texture with the cheese inside. It was so good. And prior to that, we got the Via Napoli pasta, which I kind of just took as a fettuccine Alfredo in a way. I was kind of upset it wasn't on the menu last time we were there because they changed it up, but the tortellini was equally as good. But this one had also it was chicken, mushrooms, and what was the thing I just said that was in the tortellini?
Peas.
No, the ham.
Prosciutto.
Yeah.
Prosciutto.
So that was in that too, and it was really good. And Walt doesn't like mushrooms, but they don't like you to special order. Like you can't, but there wasn't enough, and they were big enough to where you could eat it and not take a mushroom. But flavor was so good on both of those pasta dishes that I could eat it all day.
I never thought of trying pasta there because I always like going next door to Tudo Italia and getting spaghetti and meatballs or something from there.
Yeah, we've never eaten there.
Yeah, we haven't either.
Yeah.
Oh,
They have a chicken palm like it's humongous, it's like this big.
I would
And
say
then ate the whole thing.
that's the place you guys should try next.
Yeah, I remember your vlog that you guys did on that.
Are you really booking that right now?
I'm looking.
It's a disease.
It is.
It's an addiction.
Jeff and Angel, what's your thoughts of being Napoli?
Oh
We've probably eaten there about 15 times.
Total, yeah.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
between like all the different trips with different friends and stuff, because it is fairly inexpensive if you order the pizza. You just share it.
Yeah, we love it. The one time we got the chef's table, which was really cool.
Like back in the back by the kitchen.
It's not the chef's table anymore. It's like where the takeout window is now.
Yeah.
They moved it. But we had our own little private table back there.
There were like 10 of us.
There were 10 of us. They put us back. I don't know if they thought we were going to be obnoxious or something.
Well, the
So
kids
shut
were
us-
little at the time, and then we had their friends with us too. So, but yeah.
But we've never had a bad meal there. We always get the pizza. We were burned once when we got the salad because they asked us how many people are going to be eating salad, and they charge you by the person. So don't order the salad.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It's
Yeah.
not like you could just order it and then share it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They like.
Yeah.
But
they ask you how many you're eating.
I love the cantaloupe and prosciutto pizza. I love that thing.
Yeah.
It's,
Is that my favorite pizza?
oh
The
my
kids don't
god.
like it, but the prosciutto and melon.
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
prosciutto and
Melon.
cantaloupe.
Yeah, the
Oh my
melon.
God.
Yeah.
But we get, like when we go as a big group, we get 2 of the huge pizzas. They bring them out. There's no room on the table. Everybody's knocking stuff over.
And we've had pasta
There's crust flying
with
everywhere.
a couple different families.
Yeah.
The one time we went with our one friends from the neighborhood, we got they got lasagna and stuff, and it was good.
Yeah.
And then we've tried the spaghetti there too. It's pretty good. So
It's probably a favorite, if not
one of the favorites. Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah, it's very reasonable too.
Yeah.
I'm still looking here.
I mean, you can walk out of there like a table of 10.
I found one. Did you say the 20th?
Oh God. You can walk out of there a table at 10 under $200.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, Charlie, what do you think?
We are big fans of Via Napoli. We've been lucky to eat there with lots of our friends. These guys are up here with Walt, Melissa, and Donna, and Richard, and Samantha, and Mr. Maud himself, James Ryan, had an awesome time. Thanks again, James Ryan, because Avery must have asked him about 200 comic book questions, and he handled it. He handled it like a champ. Yeah, so we tried pretty much, especially with James. I think we tried every appetizer that they had. It was just insane, but they were all really, really good. We love getting one of the large pizzas as well. And we were lucky enough to try. Melissa shared her tortellini with pretty much everybody, and that was so awesome. It was so good, and we're actually going to get that next time we're there. We want to try the chicken parm, though. That's one thing we haven't tried. We usually stick with the pizza just because one of those large pizzas like perfect for us. We're not huge eaters, so it works out really, really well for us. We really, really like the place, though, and for obvious reasons, it looks. It looks amazing for a pizza place. Well, that's not a straight pizza place, but it's it's an Italian eatery place. So, yeah, thumbs up. We're doing the ratings later, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
No. And Tina, I know you haven't eaten here, but is this one? Do you have this on your list to try when you go down?
Yep. I was looking at pictures of it before, and it looks beautiful, and so I would like to go try this place. So yeah, I added it to my list.
All right. What about you, Meredith?
I like it, but we always just get the pizza there because we usually get the pasta at the other restaurant if we go. So
Yeah,
I haven't tried the
and typically we always get the large
the
pepperoni
big, huge one.
because that's what the kids like. The last time we get it, I think Ronnie ate half that large himself, just like in that one sitting.
Yeah.
He just went to town on that, and I was afraid he was going to get sick, but
No.
I think he could have ate more. If we didn't have any of it, he would have.
8 more. Yeah.
One thing that I really love there is the prosciutto and melon appetizer, and that's the one thing that I would allow to touch. like last week, someone said, Chef Remy says you have something that's sweet with this savory together, and I did try that with the prosciutto and melon, and that just blew my mind.
The waiter, years ago when we first started, the waiter suggested it and said, make sure you have it together. Take a bite of the melon and the prosciutto together, and it's so good.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. If a rat tells you it tastes good, a cartoon rat tells you it tastes good, then you try it. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I need to. I guess I need to figure out how we can add a bunch of people on the 20th because there's going to be a decent amount of people there. I think so. I don't know how you do that. You have to call them, I guess.
Probably.
You might.
Yeah. And I do like the pizza there. I know I've been on watch other streams where people say they think that's the best pizza they ever had. I will say I'm not going to say it's the best pizza I ever had, just because we've been to Boston and the North End, and we've had pizza there, and I've had pizza in other places that I would say
It's
better and cheaper.
But it's good.
Like we've had Frank Pepe's down in Connecticut, which I've really enjoyed. It's very similar pizza, but
very similar.
I just like that taste a little bit better. But I'm not. That doesn't mean that I don't think it's the best pizza on Disney property. It's just not the best pizza I've ever had. And I always, because I like Italian food, I always have to get a cannoli from there, no matter what. I cannot leave unless I get a cannoli, and it's just a generic regular cannoli, nothing special about it, but it's just something I have to have.
Yeah, they have a Frank Pepe. Was it at Mohegan?
Yep.
At the casino. Yeah. It's really good.
That's right. Stacy was saying they get the water from Pittsburgh, right?
They import their water from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so Napoli imports
their
their water for the pizza dough from Pittsburgh is similar to the water from Italy. Yeah.
You sure they don't get it from Nepal?
From where?
From Nepal.
They might.
Oh yeah, there's one in Warwick too. Yeah.
All right. So why don't we go ahead and rate this one? So Walt and Melissa, we'll go back to you guys, and we'll start with atmosphere.
I like the atmosphere. Like I said, it's a little hectic sometimes, but I do love the pizza ovens in there. They're pretty neat, named after the volcanoes in Italy. So it's it's definitely boisterous, but I think it's kind of very Italian, in a way too. So it's very fitting. So maybe, what would you say, a 7 or an 8?
I'd
Which
say
one?
an
8 for
8.
atmosphere.
8 for sure.
Okay.
What's next?
What about presentation?
Presentation. There's nothing super fancy about their presentation, so maybe a 7 for that.
All right. And what about value?
It can be on the pricey side, but again, if you can share, it's definitely worth it. We always go to town though. We always get more than we need to because the ciabatta is also really good too. So we have to get that. So we're always spending more than we need to. I very rarely drink, and I even will get a sangria there once in a while. So cha-ching.
Oh, the sangria is good. The pitcher. Do you get the pitcher?
No, because it's just me. I just gotta.
Oh, okay.
See, you're the only one that drinks a pitcher. So
No, I don't
you're-
drink a pitcher. There's usually other people there.
Right. But no,
And the white sangria, do you get the white or the red? They're both
I like
good.
red, actually. I've learned I prefer red wine.
I do too. But the white agrees with me more. Yeah.
Oh, weird. See, I'm the opposite, which is why I decided I like red wine better. Isn't that weird?
Really? That's funny.
But I'd say, what would you say for value?
Say an
8.
8.
All right. And what about taste?
At least a 9. Do you want to go higher?
Yeah, I'd say a 10 for taste.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
Yeah.
it a lot. So yeah, we'll say 10. I just wasn't.
All right. Jeff and Angela, you guys are up next.
Okay.
So atmosphere. I love the atmosphere there. I love the tall ceilings, the pizza ovens, the bathrooms, the outside seating. You can have outside
Yeah.
seating.
I'd
It's
say
a big place.
9
Atmosphere.
or 8.
I'd go 8 for
8.
the atmosphere.
Okay. 8.
Okay. And what do you think of presentation?
I like the presentation.
Yeah. 8. Another 8.
I mean, where else can you go where they have to bring a pizza out on a cart, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say another 8.
7 or 8, yeah.
Which one?
Which one?
7.5. How about
7.
7.5?
All right, we'll do 7.
7.5.
We'll do 7.
7.
7. Okay. And value?
I think it's a really good value.
Yeah. I mean, for the quality, I think I'd give it an 8, right? Or would you give it higher?
I would go 8.5 maybe.
Are we
8.
doing points?
Charlie did.
You can.
Yeah.
I feel obligated now.
Okay, 8.5.
You know?
You mean Wolfgang Chuck? He did.
Oh,
And what would you give taste?
I'd give it a 9 at least.
it's not the best pizza I've ever had, but it's one of the best pizzas I've ever
What's the
had.
best pizza you've ever had? What's better than there that you've had? Don't say Patty's Pizza from Erie.
Wow.
I'd say
We're
9.
gonna have a fight later.
9.
No,
9, right?
I go 9. I mean, I really like the pizza. You know, you can those pepperonis when they put them on, they shrivel up, and you can like shoot the grease before you eat it.
Yeah, there's
And
like grease in the
it
middle.
goes into like a little cup, and oh my
Yeah.
god. Mm.
Suzanne wants to know, was you going to say pizza Rizzo?
Yeah, that's the best pizza he's ever had, right?
No, I was Pizza Safari's up there.
Ugh.
I do like pizza Safari, and I do like pizza Rizzo. I think I'm one of the few that.
I
Yeah.
like Pizza Rizzo.
It
I
doesn't
do like
bother
Pizza
me,
Rizzo.
but yeah.
I don't mind pizza Rizzo either.
Yeah. All right, Charlie.
I also like the atmosphere. It doesn't knock your socks off. It's not like it's in a fish tank or in the 50s or anything like that. So I gave atmosphere an 8. You know, for a restaurant, it's pretty nice. Again, they have the outdoor seating, and it's I like the decorations over the pizza ovens. It was really cool. So I gave it an 8. What do you want next?
Presentation.
Presentation. Again, I don't know. Maybe it was what I ordered. I wasn't floored. I didn't notice that they brought a pizza out on a cart, so I didn't notice that they put it on that big high thing stands high on your table. So I bid 7.5 for presentation.
Okay. Value.
What happened? Oh,
Value.
We lost them.
we lost Walt and Melissa.
Oh,
When you look at the price of a large pizza alone, then it might, I don't know, shock some people. But when it feeds 4 people, it's not too much of a shock. So I actually do think you get a lot of value for a family of 4 if you're eating the right thing. So I'm putting it as a 9 for value.
Yeah.
Especially for the things that we get.
Okay. And what about taste?
Taste is awesome. I also love it. Giving taste a 9. Back to the studio.
wow. I think this is going to do pretty good.
All right, Meredith.
All right, atmosphere. What
Yeah.
would you say? 8? Or I don't know. I mean, it's casual, so it's not, it's not fancy. It's kind of loud, but it has that Italian feel. But that's how Italian. If you were going to the Italian grandma's house, it would be like that, loud and fun. And I love the pizza ovens. They always like, go up there and take a picture of it. I'm like, you go up there and take a picture of it. I'm like, they're cooking.
No.
Hey, you can go up there and film them making the pizzas. They don't mind.
Oh, I might have to I'll send one of the
No,
kids
you
up to
send
do it.
yourself up there.
The
Because then
one-
you say, he's like, hey, you cut that off. Don't do it again. Nope. You do it.
Yep. So Mouse Talk. At least they get their ratings in before they lost their connection. The one thing, have you guys ever noticed at the front of the building how they have, there's like a horse, I think halfway up. Whenever I see that, I just automatically think of The Godfather because it's just the head of the.
Oh,
Horse?
oh, geez.
Yes.
A picture?
No, it's
A statue?
it's in stone.
Oh.
Yes,
But it's just the horse's
Oh,
head.
horse head?
horse's head. I believe so. Yes,
Oh, we'll have to look for it.
In the front of the building?
front. I think it's above the sign, about halfway up. Because I always take a picture of it. I don't know why.
I have never even seen it.
I'll show it to you later.
I remember we were sitting at a table and you could look out the window and there was some statue out. Was it a frog? What was it? There was a statue outside and I was like, look, there's a statue out there. So it was weird. You'd notice little things every time you go.
Yeah. So Stacy, one of the waiters told us when we said we were from Pittsburgh the one time, he said, "Oh, that's where we get our water." That's why I said Pittsburgh, because the waiter said that, but he could have been just fibbing to me, And when I said Pittsburgh, he assumed because it's in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
I heard the same thing though, because I think the attributes of the Pittsburgh water resemble the water in
Italy.
Naples. So so that's I did hear that as well.
Is that because all the steel mills flowing into it? Must be.
Yeah.
So welcome in. Let me get this right here. Jane and Travels.
Hi, John and Nancy.
And then we have Mike and Val, and I sent us $5 super chat. Thanks, guys.
No worries, you're
No
late.
worry about being late. Just happy to have you here. And Val made him another beer, so I wonder if they make homemade beer.
They're probably out. Ron, you look at a horse's head, think of the decapitation scene, then go enjoy a pizza. Just kidding.
That sums it up.
Yeah, that's about right.
Well, James, he's taking advice from a cartoon rat, so.
Hey, Remy knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about.
Pass over the pair. Again, thanks for that $5 super chat. We really appreciate it. Presentation, Meredith.
I don't know. It's just a pizza. I mean,
But it's a big, long pizza.
it's a big long pizza, and put it on the thing, and then you're like all underneath it, and you have to reach up high. It's
But the pepperonis. Think
Yeah,
about
The cup of
pepperoni
grease.
cup.
Long Island. They have those curled up
Yeah,
pepperonis.
we get those pepperonis around where certain places near us. So
Suzanne, Tommy's Pizza in Cranston has it.
Yeah,
Those
we
little
we don't have that. At
Tommy's
least
a
that I
hack.
know of. Yeah.
I'm gonna say presentation's a 6 because it just nothing there that wows me.
Wow.
Agree?
What presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
I mean,
pizza.
it's almost like I'm at Papagino's
Frappuccino.
serving the pizza the same way.
I miss Papagino's.
We still have Papaginos, right? Mom said yes. So.
We still
I don't know what that is.
That's Papa John's brother, Papa Gino.
Oh,
Value.
Value?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't pay the bills, so I don't know how much it is.
I'm gonna say a 9 for value because again, it's when I'm feeding 4 and one of the people that I'm feeding can really keep me out of house and home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I can still keep the bill relatively manageable, and he's filled up.
Yeah.
And so if that does that, then and I like the food, it makes me happy and it makes my wallet happy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say a 9.
Yeah.
And taste.
What do you think?
say it. Say it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think? I like it, but
I'm gonna give it a 9 because I just can't not give anything. I love California Grill, and so my bias is gonna sink in here and say I can't give anything higher than that because I love California Grill that much. But I think it's worthy of a 9 here.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna tally this up. But why don't we go around? So I know Walt and Melissa. I think they have I know over the weekend there are they are live at some of the parks. I did see it on their channels. So if you want to see when they're live at the parks, I suggest hit that notification bell so that way you can get the notification when they're live. But I believe I'll look it up while we go around. But Jeff and Andrew, what do you guys have going on?
First of all, I want to say Mike and Val, we got the pleasure of hanging out with them. They hung out with us last Saturday at Epcot. Great people. So thanks for hanging out with us, Mike and Val.
Yeah, and I'd love to try to hang out with them when
we
we're
go in August.
They are,
or sooner.
they're a hoot. What do we have going on?
So tomorrow we have family pizza night at 4
Oh, yeah.
Eastern. We had to move it up from 5 because Kenzie is working now, so she has to be at work at 5. So we have family pizza night at 4. Then we're headed over to Magic Kingdom, and we'll probably live stream from over there, right?
Tomorrow night?
Yeah.
I guess.
And then Saturday, I guess. So maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Well, we'll be at Magic Kingdom tomorrow night. Sorry.
Oh, don't tease us like that.
Saturday we're going earlier than we normally do.
Yeah.
Saturday we're going before Carlos, so we're starting at 8 at Animal
Yeah,
Kingdom.
because we have to go out of town on
We
Saturday.
have to go out of town Saturday, so we're starting early.
And then Sunday we have Nerd Talk for WandaVision
Oh, yeah.
recap. So, and also they're doing the making of WandaVision. They're going to release that tomorrow, so we're going to talk about that on Sunday at 3.
We will
So.
watch that.
Yes.
Really?
All right. Charlie?
Hi. Yeah, we got what day is it today? Thursday. Sunday, we're doing a show. Well, if everything works out and everybody stays healthy, I think I'm gonna be doing a show with Avery on Sunday. Next Wednesday, it should be me and Sophie. If she doesn't blow me off again. We were supposed to be meeting Sophie last night, but she kind of went teenage revolt thing and said, I don't feel like doing it. So I ended up doing my first solo show in 3 years. So, which was still fun. So Sunday is me and Avery. Wednesday it's me and Sophie, but Stacy should be back by then. We're hoping. We'll see what's going to be up in the it's up in the air right now. I know we're going to be on D&G Explorers show on the 17th. It's a St. Patrick's Day spectacular. Not sure exactly what we're doing, but it's going to be lots of St. Patty's stuff. Think green. And then on the 21st is a Sunday. It's going to be, I think it's going to be, if Stacy allows, it's going to be Stacy's big birthday spectacular on the 21st. So
Nice.
celebrate her birthday. That's what we got coming up.
Awesome. What about you, Tina?
So first, I'm being instructed to show this by Stacy Rogers.
Oh,
The
where's the
head.
horse head?
That's
Yeah.
it outside? Oh, it's outside.
Yeah, it's right above the entrance.
Oh, okay.
So see,
Yeah.
Wow.
There
it
she's
is.
my new best friend. No touchy with the food. She understands what I'm talking about with the horse thingy there.
I've like never even seen it. Where I'm like, don't look up, I guess. Well, I'm short, so I don't see things that are up high.
So yeah,
If it was on the ground, I
So-
would have.
That's funny.
I've never been that far back that I've never really seen it. I've just been up at the front, but yeah. So my channel, I do a show Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Wednesday Whateverness, and Tuesdays at 3 p.m. we have book club, and that's pretty much it for my channel. I kind of pop up everywhere else. Thursdays with Tracy a lot, and Saturdays with Russ from What in the World with Russ. And Tuesday nights I'm with Gonzo, The Adventures of Gonzo, and Chris from Addy Family Adventures at 9 on Gonzo's channel, and Carlos, Disney World Freak, 4 o'clock on Tuesdays for the most part. But yeah, that's where I've been, and yeah.
Cool. And what do we have going on?
Oh, nothing.
We'll be releasing some vlog Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. I don't know. I have a bunch in the hopper, so I just randomly pick one. I may put a ride or something up. I don't know. We'll see. But I'll have a vlog coming out Sunday, and then we'll be back here Thursday night again at 9 p.m. With the panel, trying to find a couple more restaurants that we can talk about and see if there's anything out there that can dethrone California Grill. So going back for Walt and Melissa, just so everyone knows, so Saturday morning at 8 a.m. they will be live at Universal Studios for Mardi Gras. So I believe they mentioned that they will be trying a lot of the food booths there for Mardi Gras. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yes, that should be awesome.
Watching there.
Something different.
Yeah. And I vote. We've done Mardi Gras once before then. It's a lot of fun. We did that pre-COVID. Yeah.
Pre-kids too. That was
Pre-kids, yes.
Yeah. Pre-marriage.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
And then also live Sunday morning at 8 a.m. from Animal Kingdom. So, guys, check them out. They'll be live from the parks. Want to thank everyone for being.
Oh, Super Fluffy Yeti came in.
Super Fluffy Yeti.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Thanks for stopping in. I want to say thank you to the panel. It's a lot of fun. I like hearing everyone's different thoughts, about all the different restaurants. Because I think it hopefully gives you guys a different perspective when you hear what others think. Because I know that's what I take, and I start getting a different take on certain restaurants that I may want to try again on upcoming trips.
Right. Different plates because they try different things. So you're like, oh, maybe I'll try that next time.
Yeah. Thank you to all the mods in the chat. Thank you for everything that you do. And Passholder Pair, thanks again for the super chat.
Yep.
And
we will look you up in August. We'll make plans.
And go ahead and check out the Lynn Project. I know
cheap.
she's live, probably getting ready to make that drink. So I know I think she makes something different every single week, right?
Yep.
So get your ideas, get
St.
your
Patty's Day's
weekends
coming
going.
Up, so.
I think this week's drink is the dead horse.
Oh.
All right, guys, thanks again. And we'll see everyone next Thursday night.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye.